This project has been about two key areas: the audience and the user. The audience existing in the real and the user existing on the online sphere. This artwork is about the internet, it's about screens, it's about masks, it's about our identity online, it's about who controls who and who sees what content. So there's been three main areas of research in this project: masks, interactions and the content. First off, the masks and their historical context, and now how they're being used using Snapchat and our digital masks. Our interactions and how we interact with each other online. And content, the idea that everything is a remix, everything is a copy of it, and then an evolution of that idea. When a painter starts painting, they often think about the brushstrokes, the colours, and the construction of the framework of the painting itself, but they don't think about how is the audience going to interact with the artwork. That painting itself does not require the audience to take an active role for it to be successful. It is what it is. It is a painting. When I go to the theatre, I'm an audience member, sitting in a darkened room, watching something happen. Actors on stage don't need any input from me as an audience member to tell their story. Compare this now to how we engage with our phones, social media and the flow of information. It's a constant upload and download of information. Not only do we just look at the internet, but we use the internet to harvest information, to watch films, to watch YouTube, to like funny cat videos, to go on roller coasters! It can transport us around the world in an instant to wherever we want. We can see random streets in China to random streets in Alaska, all in the click of a button. We now have access to the world's knowledge like never before, and so we need to have a discussion about what it means to learn, what it means to understand, and how do we interpret that information. There's been a revolutionary shift in how we use screens. Our screens act like portals into an online space that is shared by millions of other people in an instant. We've all got access to Snapchat, Instagram and Facebook, where we can completely change our appearance, we can enhance, we can apply different digital masks to our faces. Do we now hide behind the screens as if they were our digital masks? Compare this back now to the painting, and the painting seems somewhat static. Parallels can also be drawn with computer games. Computer games are enabled because of the technology that is possible to us. By using human-computer design, game designers carefully consider the level of input, interaction and reward to keep their participant playing. This clearly demonstrates the compulsion loop, which game designers have long perfected to keep their players wanting more. Bridget Costello of the Cognitive Research Studios at Sydney University came up with a 12-point framework that could give structure to interactive media and art for an audience. These are creation, discovery, difficulty, danger, captivation, sensation, sympathy, simulation, fantasy,
camaraderie,
subversion. So how can I, as a digital media artist, respond and reflect on these findings? As artists, we learn from previous masters, we learn their techniques and we copy them, but then we evolve their ideas and we build on that to create our own take on the world. In Messaging the Medium, there's a great line that says, "We are constantly looking back to look forward." But in the age of digital media, which is all new to us, now is the age that we look forward and we push the boundaries. The internet was about bringing democratic change to the world, giving everyone a freedom of information. But now that information is being controlled by a few, these few control the monopoly. But with digital art, we can challenge that. We can bring about those questions and invent that language. And so with this artwork, I attempt to project my digital interactions onto the face, onto the masks, that then the audience and the users can wear. In time, I would like to further this content to become their interactions, whether that's live streaming of Twitter and Facebook, whether that's live streamings of Amazon sales in real time.